I wonder if anyone's going to come. Is that working? Is that working now? Okay. Hello. It's hot. Why did I wear this? Because I wanted this right there. That's probably why. It's been a minute on a Monday, but fuck it, we're gonna do it in my apron of choice for today. I think anyone's gonna trickle in. Anyways. You just go for a run. Anyways, okay. So you turn the music down. All right. So today, it's been a while. Not a lot of stuff go on, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna do a variable motor, not really a fix, but a variable motor. We're gonna add it on to the Skywalker V1 using just the original motor. It's been like years of us back and forth saying the motor's pretty shitty, motor's crappy, whatever, and then come to realize that the motor is actually really pretty good. If it can tolerate like a year's worth of being at 100 degrees Celsius for hours on end and not really have an issue other than the oil dripping out of the body. All said and done, it's a pretty good motor. A lot of those motors lasted for like 1+ years or so. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll install this motor. Motor variable control. It's called the LT98N. So yeah, we're going to try installing this. This will control the drum motor, and it doesn't really require too much other than like spicing up the drum motor control stuff, like this part, plugging it into here, and then I think it just manages the voltage. So it lowers the speed. So we're gonna add that in, and there's already code for it from Thank God, who provided the new firmware for the new code to add in. So now you can control the speed through an artisan for now, but if you put like drum 80 or something, it'll control the speed of the motor. But we're gonna add it, and I'll show you all the stuff that you need. But pretty much, oh wait, dang it. It's not working. Anyways, so just the controller and the motor control, and then you'll need one of these, the standard ESP32S30. And you have to hook it to 3 pins using these DuPont connectors. And then that's pretty much it. And you just got to put the code in, and it should run the motor, but then you have to also attach it to here. So let's go ahead and do that. And I need to add a ground extra to here, because you also have to plug it into the ground. So I'll need another DuPont connector from with the male end. So the ground on this one be right here. Ground. Good. I just got to tighten that later. Let me get this other camera working. Had it working, then it stopped working. So whoa. Oh, so that's pretty much it. So you got the ground onto here, then you got like EN, and I think this is called IN1 and IN2 connect to, EN connects to 9, IN1 connects to 10, 9, and then EN2 connects to 11 on the pin on the ESP32. So I'll leave that there. So you really just got to splice it in. So let me just drop the camera here. Hi. So of course, unplug your machine. Make sure to take it out from the wall. You got to take all the screws out like you normally would, all 19. I don't want to do them again because it's so annoying. So basically, you're cutting into this wire to feed into these two. And I'll show you what the wiring kind of looks like. It's stuck. Whoa. Sorry. Get a space real quick. Here's the wiring. So we got, so wiring on the ESP32 is 9, 10, and 11. 24 goes, 24 volt goes in through here. So that's ground, and then let's see what the rest was. So 24 volt plus, and then the 24 volt ground, and then and the ESP32 goes to the same ground. So sorry, that goes to this one right here. So I just switched this ground to match in this one because you're going to be plugging those both in the same spot. So let me go ahead and we're just going to cut these two wires right here. Probably want to get one of these wire strippers. So we're going to cut it right here. Strip them. If you feel lucky or not lucky, if you feel like you want to be good, you could use ferrules as well if you want to use those. I'm just going to keep them just like this for now. Oops, I'm picking the wrong one. There you go. Good. All right, let me get a little screwdriver to loosen this out. Good. That's up a little bit more. Ground goes into here. These are two of the ground pins, because you need a ground pin connected to the ESP32 as well. they all know they're on the same circuit. Good. Of course, that fell off. Here, I'm just gonna, I'll pull this out. Oops. Come on. Put those two in there. I'm going to tighten that up. And then this, we'll tighten that up right in there. Right in the 24-volt area. Right there. Good. And looking at the printout, they wanted to connect the motor to here. This one right there. So we'll do that. Oh, and then there's no, you don't have to put red to a certain area because it'll just reverse the direction. So if you have it in the wrong direction, like if it's spinning counterclockwise, then you would just switch the like red, the VIN to the ground over here switch. You could just switch them, and then that's how the direction is kind of controlled. All right, there you go. That's pretty much it. So now we'll hook this up to high beam and then see how that works. And get it connected. Oh, my back hurts. Air server's on. All right, now we're gonna turn on high beam. Starting high beam. Let me plug this in. Man. All right, let me go get that plug. Oops. Need a better setup. It's not, hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Here we go. Let me get this plugged into. It's on. Now I gotta see if it works. Oh, I gotta put the bin file in. I never even did that part first. So of course I gotta put the firmware in. So let me do that real quick. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make sure I gotta put this in boot mode. And then I get the firmwares on Discord right now. Oh no, it's on Bear's page. So if you know Bear, he's one of the guys managing all the firmware stuff as well. With Magnum, and he has his own been doing his own renditions of the firmware. So you gotta download that one. Good. Damn. JTAG. Okay. Sorry. Install. With control. Okay. Make sure I got the right firmware in. So install that. Give that a minute. I'm using the ESP32.0 on this one too, because that's what the bin file was specified for. I don't know if it works for the Super Mini. I'll have to test that out later. I just wanted to make sure I got this one right. I actually just ordered a bunch of ESP32 zeros recently. Cancel. All right, that's up. Let me go ahead and cast. I have to cast one app, which will be High Beam. All right. Got High Beam in. I got the firmware installed, so I'm gonna unplug this, plug it back into the roaster. This has the new firmware in it. And if everything goes right, it should work. So let's see. Hold on. Get some of these like Skywalker things. Did that work? Oh, it didn't work. Oh wait, is that the test one again? Yeah, it is. All right, I gotta delete this one. Sometimes they install like this test one that just kind of pretends like it's on, but it's not. Well, there's QBeam Plus now. All right, let me unplug this and plug it back in. I put the wrong motor. Fuck. I'm stupid. Oh well, that should work the same way either. I'm supposed to put the drum I put on here. I was supposed to get these wires. I got them confused. I did let out the magic smoke. I'm trying to figure out how that happened. All right, let me open this back up. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I'm bad I fucked this up. I'm gonna pull these out. Is that ground? Yeah, it's ground. Oh, that's fine. I can always plug those back in later. Pull this out. Oh. These are rated for 12 to 24 volts. It says 12 volts here. Let's see what happened up in here. Get the controller in. See how bad it is. Ugh. Yeah, it's that bad. I smoked out the motor. Or the controller board. I think it's because I used the 12 volt one. I thought these were all 24, 12 to 24. Well, let's see how bad it is on the inside. Unplug it first. I smelled the magic smoke. I was a little surprised when I smelled it. I also don't remember if this was a bad board to begin with. Take this out first. Looks good. At least you could tell where I burnt it out from. Yeah, right there. There's the chip. So I wonder what happened. I'll have to go over that again. Either way, I think even though when I first started, I hooked it up to here. I'm supposed to hook it up to here, but there's still 24 volt. It would have just controlled the fan instead. Wouldn't have really mattered. They're both brush motors, so it would just sort of reverse the direction. I could just solder that back up. I don't know what happened to that one, so I might have to look at getting another module because there are 2 modules you could use. Yeah, Orion said I let the smoke out of my controller board trying to install a speed controller last month. Yeah, I think I probably should have used the other one because there's 2, right? Let me see if I can find the other one. There's this one, which I have. I actually installed one of these before. Worked out fine. I just didn't like I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I think I just didn't like the motor, so I just went away from the project because I did buy like 50 of these or a 20 pack of these. I did install it perfectly fine last time. Well, here's the one I installed with. So I had this one before. So I was doing this before. I'm trying to figure out where it happened, where it smoked out from. I wonder if it was either from the ESP32 or bad wiring, because I think I wired it just the way it said. ENA 9, 10, 11. I did that. ESP32 ground. That's what I did too. Huh. I'm not quite sure what happened. That's motor out. I did that. Interesting. I may have to get. I'm gonna get the other module because there is another module you could get. There's the LT298, and then there's this one that I think he had better luck using. I think it's easier because you just PWI it. D418, ground, switching indicator. D4184. I guess I'll order that. I think I could just use that because I had a bunch of those lying around, but now I want to figure out what happened. D4184. I have it right here. Is it really because it's just 12 volts? Me, I think so. Is that what I did? But that shouldn't burnt out the board. Now I'm wondering if it's the ESP32 and the firmware in it. 9, 10, 11. Those are all right. 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. Ground was there. Well, now I have to get a new board for this one. That was ground. 12 volt to ground. There's 5 volt. Wait. Unless I read that pin wrong. No. I'm trying to figure out if it really was just that, was it maybe that board? I don't know. I don't want to risk another one. I do think I have another broken one I could play with. I'm tempted. Let's see. I know I have another board somewhere. Let me see if I burnt out the ESP32. Well, luckily I have a bunch of these come in later, so I'm just gonna put this aside. I still have another roaster that I set up. So I will look and try to fix this later. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it working. I probably should have tested it because I did make the whole, I don't know if I tested this one with the roast yet. But right now I would skip the L2981 and I'll confer with Bear on what I did wrong. Everything looked right. Ugh. But I'm gonna grab another roaster. Because I told the guy I would roast with it. So I just, this is the one I recently put the new fan in. So pretty much the biggest update is this. I just got this working here, got that lined up in there. So that's cooling off the motor now. It's not at 120 degrees Celsius now. It's up to like 65 or as low as 65. Then I have this open just for the heat sink to get some air. I try to make it nice. I ended up just scratching it a little bit on top, but guy seems to be okay with it. So I just got to make sure everything that I installed on there works. Before I send the units, I like modify. I want to make sure that everything can roast and I don't have white smoke come out of it. I don't really mind like it smoking out because they're like $24 to purchase another board. I don't mind it too much. I'm hoping that we do come up with another board solution. I'm trying to look at KiCad and figure out if I can make my own board. It's easier said than done. I did it once a long time ago. It was something called Skywalker. That was an Arduino Nano based board. And then Edmund Wiga came out with his board and it was a lot better than mine. And that was STM32 based and it was a lot better all the way around. So anyways, let's see. So I got his ESP32S3 in here, controller here. Let's make sure this works. I think I panic tossed that USB cord I had. Oh, wait, is that in my pocket? Let's see if this works first. Good, that's working. We'll warm out the top. Perfect. It works. Okay. I knew this one was going to work, so. let me go find the cable that I haphazardly tossed when I saw the smoke come out. I don't want to burn down my garage. We'll use this Y splitter temporarily. Good. All right. Okay, so let's go back here. I'll get high beam back on. Cast. All right. Oh, I should put the camera on too. Yeah, fuck it. We'll deal with that later. Let me just get this connected first. Skywalker comms. Everything in here? Yeah. Good. That's connected. Perfect. No variable motor today, everybody, but we'll do something else. Where did all my profiles go? We'll go blank. Okay. Starting preheating. We'll let that warm up. All right. Well, that was a bust. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll roast these beans. I'm going to do the green apple cofront today. I don't know how I want to do it. I think I'm going to try to go for a light roast and see how that goes. But so anyways, the biggest right now, one of the big mods I'm recommending people is trying to put this fan in right in here, because you'll extend the life of the motor pretty much. Like I think the motor is going to be just fine now at this point. We've had people running these motors like for a year at 120 degrees Celsius doing, somebody was doing 3-hour like back-to-back roasts. And it's just insane to me. But and that's probably getting the motor up to 120 degrees Celsius. And I verified that with like 3 different motors, like 3 different roasters and 3 different motors. All newer ones, of course, and they're all reaching 120 degrees Celsius by the time we're done with the first roast. So I think it's kind of imperative that we have to cool down that motor. And then one thing else too is because I know not everybody wants to drill holes in their panel, and they probably might not have a drill. So we're coming up with options where we're designing the back panel for this, and we're going to get them sent over to Send Cut Send. We're going to have a certain design where it allows different mounting, and then if you need a cover for one spot, you would just like 3D print a cover in ABS to cover like one hole, or you could put 2 fans. It's up to you. But one fan over here to kind of cool off the motor. If you have a different motor, then you can put the fan over here, over there. It all kind of depends. But we're trying to just maybe sell these separately. So instead of having to buy a drill, having to drill it out yourself and then fucking it up, you can just maybe get this one back panel that will replace it. But yeah, we're just putting them out now. I'm just working on the design. We're thinking about making it split so it's cheaper and easier, and also a lot easier to modify a panel if you split it. And you just have like little 3D printed bracket connectors. So you put a magnet on each of those brackets and they'll just on the outside and it'll just kind of stick and hold them together. Because they all kind of screw in. They all have different areas to screw in. There's like 18 different screws in the back. So you could have one panel here that you could take off. Magnum. I just smoked out one of my boards using Thank God's code. I think I might have wired it incorrectly. But I had the magic smoke come out. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on, so I can't farm content out of it, I guess. But we're just talking about like putting in the new cooling fans and then coming out with separate panels. So we're gonna have so you instead of buying like that one panel, that ugly ass one panel setup where it's like it's bent. Nah, I can't find it. But you know, the back panel, instead of having it just like bent at two sides, we're just gonna have one panel in the middle. They're just different cutouts to help us with customization. They're all gonna be like cut out from like set consent, and they could tap some of the holes too. I think I priced it out, and I think one panel would be like 18 bucks. If I get 100, it'd be cheaper, but I don't want to buy 100 panels. But this will just be nice, and they won't be like black. They'll be probably whatever color they come with. But that's for people who don't want to like drill a hole. Is Oshcut good? I haven't used Oshcut. I always use Set Consent because I don't know. Oh, it's because I got a gift card one year and they're doing like 50% off gift cards, and I bought like $2,000 worth of gift cards. So I'll try Oshcut though. That's the only reason why I ever use Set Consent. But I do have the panels. I have the DXFs out. I'm just doing like fittings. Yeah, and then also with this the motor to cool off the back, it's one from our filter. So we're gonna get our money's worth back. So you know this beautiful thing. This is the this is our great filter fan that all it does is it gets clogged, and then it chokes your roaster, and then becomes even another source of a fire hazard. I don't recommend using these. And you also have to buy like these like really weird, oddly sized filters, and they kind of go for like, I think someone found them for like $5, but they're good for like 5 roasts, and then you have to chuck them. So what we do is we take the fan out of there because it's super easy to take out. You would just like pull a corner, that comes out, and you just take it out the harness area, push that out, take it there, pick up the little rubber stopping, and then pull it out. You don't have to like solder anything either. You would just connect it to where it normally goes. I made a custom wire for this guy. Not custom, I literally just recrimped it and made it shorter. You don't have to do that. And then you just put it on there, and then you're, yeah. Is it a car air? I couldn't find that size when I went to AutoZone. The guy was asking me like, what kind of car is it? What kind of car is it? I'm like, oh, it's a Chinese car. I don't tell him. He's like, oh, it's for an air roaster. But yeah, I guess it's someone found it as like a cabin air filter on Amazon. There's a link somewhere. I just don't remember which one it is. Yeah, so that's my biggest thing right now, is telling people we got to cool off the motor, because every test I've done so far, and they're so fucking boring, but it's just, yeah, they get up to 120 degrees Celsius, and then they pour oil all over, and all that oil goes on top of the electronics board, and then it seeps into the controller, and then it shorts the controller, and then everybody's mad. Great design. Also, the oil's not rated for like the temperatures we're going at, so I think around 100 degrees Celsius, that's when the motor starts to like thin and liquefy. So it's obviously not the appropriate that's not the best cooling situation there. But if you put a fan back there, it keeps it at 65 degrees Celsius. And it doesn't take any like, someone was curious to like if it's gonna like cool down the drum. It's not gonna, it won't. There's not enough. It's a pretty weak fan. It maybe might make it a few seconds slower to warm up, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's see where we're at. All right. What time is it? 1:42. Okay. Got enough time to put a roast. I'm gonna do a roast on this, and I gotta send it to a guy in Texas. Didn't you come back from a vacation, Magnum? That was probably a while ago. Thailand. That's right. You were at Thailand. Everybody was, thank God, was at like Japan, and then who else went to Japan? I think Kevin's going to Japan 2 weeks ago. All right. Good coffee out there. Where's all my green apple? Bitch. I want to get the peach. Where's my green? I'm gonna go look for my green apple. Hold on. All right. Don't they roast really, really super light there? Like someone was telling me, like some of the roasters don't even make the first crack sometimes. What was that? Just I forgot the person's name. Someone was telling me that they roast light somewhere. Not that light, okay, but pretty light, somewhat light. It's not like that one craze where everybody was doing like white coffee. I don't know if everybody remembers that. People were really into like this light coffee, which is literally green beans. City, okay. And I still, if anyone wants to try the green co-ferments and the peach co-ferment, I still have a few pounds of those. It smells good. I didn't like the apple as much, and people were like, "Oh, they really like the apple." I got a weird funk from it, but I don't know. I think it might be the way I roasted it, so I'm gonna try a medium today, and then I'll maybe a light later with the cubine. But I'm gonna do a batch of 350. So what I do is I usually do this roast, and I'll send it over to y'all. Whoever purchases it, I got like 6 units I need to get rid of. Ow. Oh, I'm getting old. I pulled my groin muscle. Oh. Ugh. Okay. from Lana Coffee. There's a place in somewhere like down south, Southern California that sells like this Filipino coffee I want to try. Let's see if that's warmed up enough. Let me go back to OBS. Let me add a camera. Why is that over there? Let's put this back down here. Oh, I guess we're back there. Nope. It's Venus. Venus lymph drainage. All right, there. Okay, we're good. Lana Coffee. I gotta try them. I haven't tried them. Got there. That's good. All right. Let's start this. Let me do. I think I'm gonna do 350. I'm gonna go medium. Tear this. Use this cup. Smells like apple. But for me, it doesn't taste as appley as I wanted to compared to the peach. I think where I messed up is I had the peach co-ferment first, and then I was like, oh, this is going to taste like a Fuji apple. It ended up tasting like kind of like a funky Granny Smith. Oh, that's the only green offering they have? Interesting. Out of Fresno, too. I won't talk shit about Fresno. I'll be the bigger man. Oh, man, it's like 94 degrees up in here. That's what I feel like Elk Grove is. Or Sacramento, where I live. I live in Elk Grove area, and it's all like old ass warehouses. I want to open a co-roasting here, which I think would be fun. I always think I want to become like a professional and like production roaster. Then I watch a production roaster work, and I'm like, I think I like my job now. I don't think I want to lift all those heavy bags and get paid like peanuts to throw coffee in a machine and then follow someone else's profile. All right, that's at 60. We're at 50. We're gonna do 350. I'm gonna charge this at, let's charge it at 80. Okay, it's gonna stop auto heating. Okay, I'll just leave that one. I don't want to go there. I'm just gonna drop them in. Confirm. I'm gonna hit charge. I usually have a funnel. I didn't want to use it today. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, you're right. No, you're right. I think I messed up. That's where I messed up at. Because they do switch that wire on CN7. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. Yeah, you're right. I remember. Hold on. I should. Let me look at my roast. But, you're right. They do swap them. And I think that's what happened. I fed it into the board, and I think it backfed and just shorted out the board that way. Okay. Yeah, because on the board, on the controller board, they do swap them for some reason, and I forgot to read the silk screen on that to confirm it. But yeah, that's the only one they do it to, on the on this motor. That's where I messed up on. The jump motor, I don't think they do that on, but the this one they do flip them around. So that's where I think I messed up at. I'll go maybe I won't open up. I'll find another one to open up. I'll plug it in, and I'm gonna check that out. I think he's right. I wasn't paying attention to that because I already fucked up because I okay, because I already put it on the wrong thing. I was supposed to put it on the drum. I put it on the exhaust fan. I just got the wires mixed up. Okay, so now I think I have another board somewhere to replace it. Oh, I do. There's like some right here. So I got these two. I think one of them is broken. And I think I'm just ballsy enough to try to swap out one of the... Use a hot air gun to swap out one of the chips out of here. We'll see. Ooh, I got turning point was off. All right, Magnum. We'll see ya. So is our goal, like, I don't know what everyone does when they roast, but do people usually like keeping their turning point underneath 1 minute? Because I've been seeing that a lot. Smoky. Oh, I forgot to turn my airwave on too. I'm just fucking up all day. I gotta get back to streaming again. I'm gonna just start tapering it down a little bit. I probably should have already tapered it down a little bit. What happens when I forgot to hit 80? A little bit of green still. So already off the bat, I already kind of messed up. I should have left the heat on it. I keep doing that where I turn off the heat when it hits 80, and then it just kind of like doesn't catch up. I lose all my like momentum. Well, I don't want to drop it too hard, so I'm gonna just bring it down slowly. I gotta set up automation to where when I drop, it doesn't turn off the heater and it just sticks it at 80. But I think I spent a few minutes, or at least a few seconds on it without the heater being on. Let me keep the ROR right here. Okay. All right, we're getting at 173 at a good time. So I'm making it past 8. I'm trying to really drag out this development phase. Because it's at 5 minutes. I kind of want to drag it out a little bit longer, so I'm going to lower down the heat a bit. I want to kind of stay in that green, like the 7.4 in the ROR, but we'll see. Every time I feel like I go below like 6, and I'm heading into first crack, it becomes. I feel like it's really hard to hear. Ooh. I won't make any more changes. I'm just going to keep it right there. And around 186, I'm probably going to hear first crack. We'll see. I just don't want to lower it too much. The ROR. Get a little more air. Oh, there it is. Finally, first crack. Yeah, it gets really quiet. Give it like a minute 45. And drop. Good. Scraping. Might have to readjust the. No, I think it's fine. If I let it open, it starts to scrape a bit. I wonder if this is considered a medium. I think you could hear it here. If I open it, it might just be the way I tightened it down, but when I open the bottom panel, or the bottom opening, just scraping. Good. That's good. Good though. That's turned off. Okay. Mike. All right. So this is the green apple co-ferment. Hopefully it tastes good. I'm gonna try it with my I recently got the Mischief Bird. Supposed to be like the Weber. It is the Weber Bird clone. Pretty good actually. For $105, it's not bad. I didn't want to pay the $360. I wanted it, but I didn't want to pay Weber prices. I'm also slowly not becoming a fan of Weber. I got a Weber key I've been using for my espresso. I think I prefer my niche zero. I might have to. I think I'm gonna be selling the key one soon. I only got it for like $800. So, oh, who's this? Someone message me. Good. Yeah, I really got to consider an external cooler now because today it's like 94 degrees outside. My garage is killer hot right now, and it's gonna take like forever to cool down these beans if I'm gonna be roasting in like a hot ass garage. Technically, I should be bringing this back in inside because if you're doing like selling beans and you're following cottage law, you're supposed to be roasting inside the kitchen for California. Apparently, you don't have to do that in Florida. All right, let's go back to this window. So kind of did what I wanted it to do. I got to dry end. I kind of stayed there longer than I wanted to. Like I usually want to be in there for like 4 minutes or so. Um, for like 4:30. I was there for like 5 minutes and 44 seconds. But my always biggest problem is having too much momentum going on that it like blast through the development phase. But I was able to stay at the development phase for about like 5 minutes as well. I'm actually kind of happy about that. My whole issues when I've been having issues was like I'll get to like development phase and I'll be stuck there for like only 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm appreciating using the fan more to kind of like adjust the temperature, but and also help clear out the smoke in the chamber so it doesn't get all smoky when I brew. All right, the scene it looks like it's in working order. Beans are still freaking hot. And I think it's been like 5 minutes. I'm gonna check the weight loss too. Go get my little funnel. Oh. Good. All right. See if these things cooled off yet. It's still pretty hot. Fans are going off. Yeah. And this is the part that sucks most about the Skywalker. It's probably the crappy cooling. Give that a few more minutes. Good. All right. Let's see how much. Let's see what the weight loss is like. Beans feel good. Went to 350 to 300. Let's complete that log. %14 weight loss, not too bad. Oh. Mana bean details. Oh, I'm gonna add this manually. It's a green apple, co-ferment. Origin is Colombia. Yeah. Fermentation rate. Confirm that. The roast, I don't know. It's kind of like light medium. Yeah, light medium. Oh, what's this? Let AI review the roast. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see. Interview questions. All right. How satisfied you are with this roast? Oh, I guess I'm neutral. Current suggestions. Smooth heat transition around first crack. Based on your input, prioritize incremental actionable changes targeting next roast stability first. Diagnosis. Overall curve readability is fine. Issue is okay. Next actions. Lock bean change. Preheat strategy environment first to reduce noise. Define a measurable target around cup balance, such as RR range in the first 60 seconds after first crack. Okay. All right. It's pretty whelming. What time is it? 2:16. Cool. All right. So I will be back tomorrow. I have another roaster where I'm gonna try this drum thing again because of course I have more of these units and I'm a glutton for pain, and so I know I have another one. I just had one. But I'll actually wire that up correctly. I'm gonna actually let's go see. Let's go back. I'm gonna bring back that unit. I also got to ship this out to Texas today, so that's good. I'm gonna give him like half of these beans so he could try them out, and I'm gonna give him another like half of the beans so he can try roasting it the same way. See if he likes it. Let me see. That's not cooled off yet. Of course it's not because it's Skywalker. I'm gonna bring back that unit I just blew up or melted. Or let out the bad smoke or the good smoke. I don't know. All right. So yeah, all right. No, I had that on there, right? Put the ground to ground in there. Hmm. I'm not sure what happened. But no, because the silk screen is following it, because that says plus and minus. I hooked it up correctly to that board, so that's fine. DN7 I should have hooked it up to. I don't know, I'll have to look at it later. Let's see. I think my new batch of ESP32s came in, so I'll have to use those ones on the next run. Oh, anyways, I also wanted to show you, because one more thing before I head out, because I'm probably gonna do this tomorrow. Maybe let out more smoke. We'll see. But I'm gonna wait to do it on another stream. Is this? So I got something in the mail recently. All right. So I got this. We're going back. I'm gonna try this out. So if you don't know, this is the SR800. So yeah, I got the SR800, but I just didn't get it just to get it. Because in the spirit of things, it's about finding a good roaster at a cheap price that you can modify. We're going to be adding this sucker in there, which is a roast link. So this is the roast link core. We'll put all that fanciness into here. And what I'm hoping to get is a broke version of the roast link. A broke version of like a Link Nano. We're gonna see how it goes. But there's a guy who set it up. It's like a $200 kit. Has a little. He even made the PCB himself. It's not open source or anything, but it's all right. But he did add some cool features on here that I want to try. It's very. It might be like a cheap Nano. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna install it. It's an interesting design because you have to gut this a little bit, and you have to do some soldering. So I'm very interested to see what happens next. But so I'm pretty much gonna have to take this bottom thing apart, and this base just goes into here. This replaces that, and then yeah. So basically, this part right here just goes down there, and everything's kind of controlled. Where it's not just the knob controlling it; it'll be fully controlled by Artisan, or I'm hoping I could try to add high beam, but it just depends because the guy, I don't think he put out the code or anything so he could change it. So I got to see how he's communicating. It said it was TC4, but we'll see. It might be Modbus. Yeah, very interested to see how this goes. It's nice. There's a nice huge heatsink on this. He did put like a little. You got one of these 40 amp SSRs, which are never 40 amp. They're always like 20, 25, maybe peaks at 40 amps, but these are always like 20, 25. I remember them from 3D printing. I'm gonna probably switch it out with another SSR. I'll probably have to ask him if I should do that first, but I know that these are like these little cheapy. I think they're Omrons. Let's see brand this is. I've never heard of this one. Yeah, but they usually say like 40 amps, but they're usually more. They're more than likely 20, 25. So I might use like my I have a really nice SSR I want to use. But it comes in this nice little package, and then I'm gonna install this tomorrow, assuming everything goes okay. I'm gonna ship this out tonight. But yeah, well, that's it for today. Unfortunately, I fucked up and I ruined a whole motor and a board. So I'm gonna try to get the other ESP32s in and maybe try another roaster, but I gotta fix that board first and order another one. But if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to ask me anything, or you want to just, I don't know, if you want to join me on a roasting on a stream, hit me up. I don't know if I'll be here Thursday, but tomorrow and Wednesday I'll have time. Kind of slow at work. Well, it depends. I might have to go travel to see a patient a little bit further out, but which is nice because I do like the drive. But yeah. Sorry, wasn't able to get the variable motor installed. I don't know how that happened. I did it before. I don't know why I couldn't do it again, but I'll just have to figure out what happened. In any case, I think that's it for today. I'll see y'all next time.